Couple doesn't notice problem in new basement until it's too late. House hunting is a little bit like dating. You're nervous, excited, and painfully aware that this house just might be the one. After months of searching for the perfect house, this Maine family thought they'd finally found their happy ending. However, Amanda and Ricky Badger soon learned that house hunting definitely wasn't a fairy tale. One secret was bound to turn their dream home against them.
Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
Couples everywhere dream of one day finding their own perfect forever home. Amanda and Ricky Badger thought they had finally found theirs on Ferry Road in Milo, Maine. The house was on a quiet, rural street, seemingly the perfect setup for the hard-working Badgers. The evening everything changed was pleasant enough for the new homeowners. They ran some errands together and were excited to see what McCusick Petroleum had installed in their home, a regulator on a propane tank used to fuel their gas stove. Before relaxing in front of the TV, they turned the new tank in the basement on and checked the stove. There was no note from McCusick Petroleum, no voicemail or beeping on their answering machine. They had no reason to suspect that anything was off. Until 20 minutes later, when their whole world fell apart. For Amanda, the terrifying event is burned into her mind. "I remember a really loud bang and a bright light," she said. The other details she shared are so surreal, they sound like something you would see in a movie. "I recall the feeling of flying through the air, seeing a ball of fire but not feeling hot, and waking up outside on the ground with something on top of me." What was on top of her was the roof, or, rather, what was left of it. Their house had exploded. When Ricky crawled out of the debris, he looked around and saw grass, trees, road. They were on their front lawn, when mere seconds before they were on their couch. He searched for his wife in the rubble. Finally, Ricky found Amanda and removed the debris that covered her body. Her arms and wrists were covered with cuts and burns. Ricky carried Amanda to the road, and from there, they stared at what was left of their dream home. It was just flat like a pancake, Amanda said of the house. Disturbingly, she said that the house was not on fire, but I could hear smoke alarms going off. The couple stood, stunned, and tried to make sense of it all. Later, at Maine Medical Center, Amanda was receiving treatment for burns and lacerations when, out of the blue, her cell phone rang. When she checked it, she saw that she had a voicemail from McCusick Petroleum. The voicemail warned the Badgers not to turn on the propane because there was something going on in the house. That's it, no explanations, no theories as to what could be going on. Amanda and Ricky knew they needed help. With the help of their attorney, Joseph Baldacci, they discovered that the previous homeowners cut a propane line and had not sealed it off. The Badgers were never notified of this, not by the previous owners nor by McCusick Petroleum. Immediately, Baldacci knew that the couple had a compelling case against McCusick Petroleum. "We are honored to represent this young Maine couple and help them move on from this terrible episode," Baldacci said, but that was easier said than done. The couple's beloved dog, Jade, had passed away a few weeks before they moved into the Ferry Road house, but her ashes were lost in the explosion. Amanda had also just discovered her birth family, and the few mementos she had were swiftly lost. "I had letters from my birth mother in the house that are gone now," Amanda said. These letters were some of the only things connecting her to her birth family, but they were lost forever. Thankfully, one of her most precious possessions was spared. When Amanda found out that her cat, Ella, had survived the explosion, she started sobbing. "I thought we'd find her body somewhere in the house. For them to find her and for her to be okay, that's when I lost it." Unfortunately, the Badgers will deal with another consequence of the explosion for the rest of their lives. "We both still have nightmares and have been diagnosed with PTSD, Amanda said. Thankfully, Baldacci helped the Badgers recoup some of what they lost. The Badgers received a $550,000 settlement from McCusick Petroleum. Half of the money went to reimburse the couple's homeowner's insurance company, and the rest was compensation for their personal injuries and the trauma they suffered. Finally, the couple was able to start their lives anew, in a rented home about 1.5 miles from Ferry Road. Amanda and Ricky say that their intention is to stay here for the rest of their lives. Still, one thing is missing. The stove in their new home is electric, not gas, according to Amanda. The couple will likely be scarred by the terrifying event for years to come, but Amanda is hopeful for all McCusick Petroleum's customers out there. Hopefully this will make things safer for future Makusik Petroleum customers, she said. She hopes that she and Ricky's ordeal, if anything, is a lesson to future homeowners. I wouldn't want this to happen to anyone else. Preventing senseless fires is an issue on many people's minds these days. Please share this with your friends and family.